All right. So we're live right here from Corner Canyon. We got a special guest here today. What's your name there, sir?
Tim Wrench. Nice to meet you, bud.
Tim Wrench?
Yeah, nice to meet you, brother.
My name is Theo. Like I said, I just made this podcast called Trailside Talks. We're just out here representing woolly, merino wool clothing, great for outdoor enthusiasts. And then we like to talk to outdoor enthusiasts like yourself. So, you know. So tell me about why you're out here at Corner Canyon. Do you like riding Rush? I mean,
we're kind of getting ready for the enchilada. We're going to go ride that next weekend. So we figured we'd get a little bit of a pedal in and try not to die on the enchilada.
Have you done it before?
Yeah, we've done it a few times. But it's like, that's like the capstone for the end of season ride.
Yeah.
You know, because it lines up like right in October. So it's like right when the season's winding down around here. Mm-hmm. And not only that, it's just like, okay, we can retire all the gear now. Like, everything gets put up in the garage after snowboarding season starting.
Absolutely. So.
No,
I did it last year around this time, too, and it was perfect.
It's the only time to go, man.
Dude,
if you want to hit the whole thing.
Yeah, if you want to hit the whole thing, because we got lucky because the weekend after that, there was snow at the top of the mountain, and we couldn't get the shuttle up there anymore. So
that's actually what happened last year. We ended up having to do Mag 7 instead.
Not the whole thing, eh?
Yeah, well, yeah, we just had to go over to Mag 7 because that one actually is open like a lot later. Mm-hmm. But we were like riding with a couple newer riders, too, and Mag 7 ends on Portal. So we were like, okay, well, you guys are going to be walking a lot, but we'll have fun.
Absolutely. No, I know, man.
It's
a rough trail, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, tell the people, like, what the enchilada is all about, because some people don't understand. It's a long trek. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, it's like 30, it's almost 30 miles, roughly. I think it's actually like 27, but it feels closer to 30. I don't think anybody's actually really mathed it out entirely. Especially depending, like, if you go down, like, some of the side routes and whatnot, then suddenly it gets up to, like, 33 and 34 miles. And, like...
Side quest.
The trail forks for it is deceptive, too, man. Because it's like, oh, yeah, it looks like it's mostly downhill. Mm-hmm. It is absolutely not the fucking case. Like, you were doing a lot of pedaling. Me and my brother over there, we actually almost, our first run out there was really fucking stupid.
Really?
We almost fucking died.
Tell us about that, man. Tell us about that.
So we went out there, and my dumbass decided that August would be a perfectly good time to go. And then I read online, yeah, this was stupid. This is really fucking stupid. That there was like roughly, I read online that you needed about 3 liters of water.
Yeah.
That's like when you're supposed to ride it, in the fall or in the spring or when it's like kind of cool. Not in August. You need a lot more.
And why is that?
Because it got up to about 110.
Oh.
And we were halfway done, so we got like past the snotch, like the halfway point. And a little bit past that is when we both realized we both ran out of water.
Oh.
And it was 110 out. Like, we were both like looking at each other like, we're in trouble. Like it's like, okay, don't panic. Like
we're still hydrated now.
Well, like not only that, but there was nobody else on the fucking trail. Because we were the only people dumb enough to be out there.
August, yeah.
So we were just sitting there, like, looking at each other, like, okay, so there's nobody else out here. We don't really have very good service. We're kind of too far to turn back. It would be just as long to go the other way, so we got to keep going. And the end of it is where it starts getting, like, gnarlier and gnarlier with Porcupine Rim and everything, and UPS.
Technical.
Yeah, and you're, like, riding along cliffside.
Yeah.
So we ended up, like, walking a bit, and, like, by the time we got to the bottom, we started, like, pounding on people's doors. like
the camping ground?
Yeah, the camping ground. We were beating down fucking doors.
Oh, man.
Like, we were like, dude, like, give us water. Like, water?
Electrolytes, salt. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So we ran into some people, and they parted with the water. They could tell. Like, if there's some people pounding on your door asking for water, they're not asking.
And they know that these guys just did the enchilada in August. These guys need some
water. Yeah. Even then, it's like it's pretty clear. It's like, no, we're not asking at that point. It's like this. We are taking your water. Give us your water. Like we are past the point of pleasantries. We're not asking.
That's a long trek, though, man. I mean, I can't believe you guys did that in August, though.
Yeah, it was stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was really fucking dumb. Or if you do, bring a lot more than 3 liters of water.
Oh, of course. So all you riders out there, make sure you hit the enchilada in late September, early October. Best time to go. I know the shuttles are all booked up right now.
Yeah, you can't get them anymore.
Yeah, I got some friends going down there next weekend, but they got like the last shuttle for Sunday. And then I decided to go down and see Red Bull Rampage down in St. George.
Nice. Didn't you get a ticket?
We have an extra ticket.
Wait, you have an extra? Oh, for the enchilada. Yeah, there you go. Shout out if anybody wants a enchilada shuttle ticket.
I thought you said an extra ticket to Red Bull Rampage. Yeah, I actually don't have a ticket. I'd buy that ticket. Oh, do you actually?
Yeah, he got lucky. How did you get that anyway?
On the mountain bike page on Facebook, mountain bike gear swap or whatever.
Lucky son of a bitch.
You hear that, audience?
There's some on KSL though.
There's some on KSL. Okay, I'm gonna take a look because I would love to go. I just didn't buy my tickets in time. It's like August 31st when they drop, right? And they get sold out like almost instantly.
You could follow the Narcouch guide where they were trying to get that. Have you ever heard of those guys? The Narcouch.
Yeah,
podcast?
that sounds real familiar. I think
Yeah.
I've seen them pop up on my feed sometimes.
They were trying to get something together one of the years, like let's storm Red Bull Rampage. They can't stop us all.
Oh, yeah.
They can't stop us all. Take it back for the people.
Have you guys ever been? Like, it's a gnarly. So my friend went out there last year and he kind of explained it to me. It's like you have to park your car, get into like a Red Bull sanctioned, ATV vehicle, and then they drive you on the site because it's like you can't get
I
there.
got the hike and bike ticket.
And you just that's the only other way, right? So it's either you go by a shuttle, which is like an off-roading shuttle because it's like crazy roads, or you hike a bike.
People don't realize how crazy that shit is either. Like on video, it looks gnarly, but like when you go there in person and you look at it, it's completely different. I went down there and like rode around there and like rode some of the old Rampage site stuff and like Flying Monkey and
We were there last year, yeah.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
There's like 14-year-olds that just do backflips and stuff, and I'm like, dude, these guys are crazy.
They're like backflipping canyons out there.
Like what?
I'm like, okay, that's wild. I was gonna say I've cleared like the first section of Kong, and then after that I got to like the first like real major cliff drop on it, and I was like, I don't know if I could do that. Like, I was like looking at it, and like I could maybe do that. It would really suck if I fucked it up though. Yeah, those things are gnarly, man. You like see them in person, and it's just totally different.
Yeah. It's loose too. Like,
yeah,
the berms are loose. The rocks are loose. You can really like fall easily.
Well, you don't really realize how much exposure is on each side either until you're like on top of it and you're like standing there looking at it and you're like, oh, this is like, if I slide off this, it's going straight down. Like
you're like tumbling on rocks and dirt and rocks. Yeah, no, it's rough, man.
I saw a video of a guy that was riding Kong, and that first like double cliff drop, the very first one, he went over the bars on the second part of it, and his bike went flying off to the right, and like went down the fucking canyon. And this is on YouTube. Yeah, look it up. Some guy crashing on King Kong, and his bike just like cartwheeled down the canyon. And then he had to he was on walkie-talkies with his girlfriend or wife, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be a minute." Like getting down, she's like, "What?" She's like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm gonna be a minute." And it fast forwards to him, and like the sun was setting, and he was down the canyon digging his bike out of like this little crevice.
Oh man!
And like trying to pick it up and then carry it back up the side of the thing. And he like got down when it was dark. You're like, "Oh my god!"
Dude, those guys are gnarly, man.
Yeah, you're like watching them, and you're like, you're like, yeah, you gotta fish your bike out of the crevice now. Like, good luck, bro.
It's like not even like mountain biking that much. It's just like BMXing and like pushing the extremes of a sport, man. Yeah. I don't even know how those guys do it. I mean, so what else do you guys go ride out here? Have you guys done like Gooseberry Mesa? Have you guys gone to Richfield and Spinal Tap?
We were actually just there last weekend.
Yeah, we did Spinal Tap last weekend.
I heard it was really busy. The shuttles are all packed.
We didn't see anybody on there, actually.
You shuttle yourselves?
Yeah, we did self-shuttle and we didn't see anyone.
We saw 2 people.
Oh, yeah, 2 people, sorry.
2 people.
Yeah.
Did you see somebody go uphill? Like, try and go uphill all the way up the Spinal Tap?
Fuck that, dude.
Some guy was doing that when we went up there. We were like, hey, good luck, bro. Like, he killed it, though.
One of our buddies slammed pretty good on one of the drops there. Like, the drop in the middle, the main one, like, before the double one.
Yeah.
But it's like off to the right. He slammed pretty good and gave us a little bit of a scare. But well, I don't know what the seizure. He had a pretty He had like a little concussion. He was like, oh, that's what happened. I didn't even see that part.
Ooh, so like
he was like sitting there like we're like, oh fuck.
Oh boy. Oh man, tell people what do you thought about Spinal Tap though? Like, what do you think about the different ecosystems as you drop lower, all the way from like white rocks, red rocks?
You want to spoil that? Like, that's like the mini like secret enchilada, but like nobody knows about it. Well, I think it's kind of on the map now.
We started in the middle though.
Yeah, we didn't do like the upper bit.
Oh, the upper.
Well, because we were like thinking about doing self-shuttle, but it said that like 4x4 is suggested for the road going further.
It's
not that bad. No. Well, we had a car that was pretty low, so we were like, as soon as we saw 4x4 suggested, I'm like, I know what that
Okay.
can mean, but I don't know what it means.
Okay, yeah, well, now that I think about it, you don't want it to drive in like a BMW. Like, I drive my FJ up there, that's fine. But
Yeah.
if you're like in a truck in or a taco, great. But
It was like a little.
not
It was like a little crossover, so it was kind of like borderline.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, it was like maybe it could do it, but we're like 4x4. We're like, okay, we'll just start at the middle, like instead of getting like the car high centered or some dumb shit happening. So.
I know, because that trail we were talking to the shuttle guy, and he's telling us, like, yeah, this thing's brand new from like 2 years ago. We didn't fucking believe him. We're like, no way, man. Like,
Oh,
this,
yeah.
Spinal Tap is brand new on the map.
Yeah.
And it's so low key, like you said. To all the viewers out there, don't go to Richfield and Spinal Tap. It's not fun.
Richfield sucks.
Richfield sucks. Don't go out there.
Just go to the Enchilada. Go to Moab. Yeah.
Go in August too. It's great.
Yeah.
No, Richfield's fantastic though, man. It's gorgeous out there. Where's another spot you guys been? You been to Deer Valley at all?
Yeah, we were riding Deer Valley all season. Went over and hit up Trestle earlier.
Trestle.
Yeah. It's over in Colorado or Winter Park.
Talk
Yeah.
about that, man. I've never been out there.
Huh? Oh, that place is rad. They've got this pretty notorious like free ride jump line that they built called Banana Peel.
Banana Peel.
You ever heard of that one?
No.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
That's a good name for it.
It's like all these huge, like massive wood features.
Oh.
I bet you've seen a video of it.
Yeah.
So big wood features.
They're
is it
big.
skinny though, or is it like kind of big and wide?
No, they're just big.
Okay.
Like it's basically like a slope style course.
Oh boy.
Like full blown. Like it starts off with like this wall ride that's like 10 feet in the air, and it's like completely vertical wall ride.
But you got some speed.
Yeah, and it goes off of like a 20-foot gap jump, like off of the wall ride. Like that's the opening feature, and then it goes into like
Just filter them out quick.
yeah, and then like the next one is it's like a wall ride with a gap and like the takeoff for it. So like you take off on a gap. Yeah, it's like a step up into a wall ride, and then turns into like a 25-foot or 20-foot drop like immediately after. Yeah,
That's gnarly, man. That's like Whistler level.
yeah.
And where is that again?
It's over in Winter Park.
So Winter Park, gotcha. So on the mountain itself, Winter Park. Like,
Yeah, you're supposed to get like a little pass to go back there. Like not everybody does, but you're supposed to.
So there's no chairlifts then, right?
No, there's chairlifts,
Okay, just
but like it's like an extra pass that you get to go to it because they don't want like Joe Schmo going in it and killing himself. Yeah, it's a pro line pass.
You have to watch a safety video before you go in.
And basically like sign a waiver like, hey,
I
I
won't
could
sue
really,
you.
yeah, I could really screw myself up. This is like,
I won't sue you if I break my neck and
Yeah.
can't walk for the rest of life.
yeah, I had a nice little slam off the first feature. It was fun. It was great.
Well,
I like-
20 feet is a lot, man. It's like not a small feature.
Dude, I like overshot it and ended up getting like 5 or 6 stitches in my elbow because I turned it into like a 30-foot like a 30-foot
Dude.
drop off the thing instead, and then just kind of like bottomed my fork out and took the elbow in. I was like bleeding everywhere, but I couldn't leave after that. I was like, well, in the sense it's like, okay, well, I've already fucked myself up. I'm bleeding everywhere. I'm gonna do it again.
As every mountain biker should.
Yeah.
Never give up.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I can't mess up this time because if I do, it's gonna be really bad. So
Did you mess it up?
no, landed
See,
it.
you hear that?
Landed it, then went immediately to the ER and got stitches.
So you're just gushing blood.
Yeah.
Going off the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, it was funny as hell. I was like sitting there, like getting ready to drop in because everybody's like watching people like getting ready to drop into the thing, and I was like gushing blood everywhere, and they're like, "You're gonna drop again?" I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna do it again. I'm stupid.
No pain, no gain. Come on.
Already have to go to the ER.
Yeah, I already have to go to the ER once, so like may as well-
Redemption run. No, man. I feel you, man. I mean, I got all scraped up
Hey,
at Deer
nice.
Valley not too long ago, but
Nice.
she's healing up real nice. You know?
Where'd you tear yourself up at? On it?
I just, dude,
Tidal
well,
wave?
I got new tires on my rig. So now they're Continentals, the brand new ones.
Yeah.
But before that, I had my Schwabel knobby nicks that were 3 years old, and I was slipping everywhere, and I just slid inside of the berm and just,
On like tidal wave or something? Or like which? where?
on what's the left side on when you take the other chairlift, not the main one. And you get on there and it's undertow.
Undertow,
Yes,
yeah.
on undertow. Dude, undertow. Dude, what a great they did such a good job on that trail. It's probably like it's just fantastic.
I've been on it this year. They were doing a ton of work all last season, early this season, I think.
Yep. Yeah, it was open at the last month of that Deer Valley was open. Like last 4 weeks was open. We rode it so much, man. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And there's no one there too, because everyone does the other rides on the other chairlift. Silver, what is it? Silver Spoon or Silver, whatever it's called.
Silver Fork or whatever.
Like the chairlift to get up on the other side.
The main one, whatever. Yeah, the main lift.
Sterling
Sterling
Express.
Express,
Sterling
yeah.
Express, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. You know, they were doing all that work over there by that, and they had like Fire Swamp and everything closed. One of my buddies had the genius, absolutely fucking genius idea that we were just gonna go ride Fire Swamp, even though it was kind of like halfway closed. It was like semi-closed. Yeah, it was Shy, by the way. Yeah, good job, Shy. If you're listening to this, fuck you. Anyway, they had like this giant ravine and this giant pit going like all the way up it, and it was like 20 feet down.
Oh boy.
Because they were like digging some lines or something, and we ended up there, and we had to cross this thing like 4 or 5 times to get all the way down, and like hike a bike up and down the wall of it, and like get back. Like, and we were like, oh yeah, no wonder it was closed. Like, hey, good call, buddy. Like, you fucking
trust me, bro. It'll be good. Let's just keep going. You know?
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was.
Sure, it's under construction. Not
It's good, Brad.
Rules are made to be broken. Like, come on.
Yeah.
No, we did the same thing at Deer Valley. There's like one of the runs they're working on. We kept riding, and then there's like lines of, you know, the tube for whatever the winter tube. And like, it was just so stretched out. We're riding over it, and we're like, okay, this is not. Like,
I don't think we're supposed to be here.
No. And then we turned around, but.
So what we ended up doing actually is after we crossed it the second time, we were like, well, let's go down Holy Roller, which is stupid because it crossed through there like 5 or 6 times. So we got there and we got to another crossing, and then we're like, okay, screw this. And we like walked back and like 2 of us hiked back through the woods and then rode down a hiking trail.
Oh boy.
Which whatever.
Was it that one with that's the S curve?
Yeah.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah. So we rode down the hiking trail just to get the hell out of there, and the other 2 people kept going, and they followed the ravine for a bit because they thought it would end, and they ended up way down there.
Oh boy!
Like, and they had to call bike patrol to come get them because they were so far down, and they had DH bikes that they were like, we can't pedal up this, and we can't so they ended up
downhill bikes. DH is downhill bikes.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if people know.
Yeah.
Do you guys ride downhill bikes? What do you guys ride right now?
I got my Yeti SB 165.
So talk about your bike. So we'll talk about your bike. I'll get the camera and we'll film it so that like later I can like show. What
Oh,
you
okay.
ride.
You can bring.
You can bring it over.
Yeah, bring it over. It's the drip. This is the dripped out Gucci Yeti.
Is this brand new? Tell me about it, man.
It's a little bit older at this point.
So talk about it, and I'll bring the camera over there, and we'll film it. So I want the mic to pick up what you say.
Yeah, so I got a DHX2 on it because it came with just the Van Fox, like the normal one. And then a fancy-ass i9 wheel set, Chrome Mag seat.
Wow.
All DoD components otherwise. Oval chain ring. That's about it, though. All the goodies. It's pretty blinged out, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have the Bluetooth.
Oh yeah.
What's that? The GX. Yeah.
Yeah,
How much is
GX.
that thing? I've been talking to people about
like
it.
$500 now.
Somebody said $2,000. I'm like, there's
No,
no way
not
it's
at all.
$2,000, man.
No, for maybe the whole. No, not even for the whole gear set. For like a whole gear set and everything, it's like $1,000.
Okay.
That's for, like,
so you
the chain rings and everything.
because you have to get the gear set.
You don't have to. I just
don't have
got the derailleur and it was like $500.
Okay.
That was it.
And how do you like the GX, man?
It's been great. I mean, I've smashed off a lot of shit and it still works. So.
Well, how's the battery work too?
It's good if you're good about it. There's been a couple times where I've like taken it out for like 5 or 6 rides and then
Don't charge it.
and then and I just neglect it, and then I go to shift and I'm like,
So what happens then? You have to like, is it just beep at you and you can't
it
do
just
anything?
doesn't work, and you either have to like. I usually keep a spare battery in my backpack though, just in case. But I fucked that up a few times.
Where is the battery? Is it on the?
Travis is looking at me like, I remember that, you dumbass. Like,
is it on the back left? Is that it? The battery?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that thing like little pops off, and then you can pull the battery out.
Oh man.
So, yeah, it's probably a bit much for Corner Canyon, but it's my trail bike.
No, man, that's great. I talked to a high schooler yesterday that does. He's at Corner Canyon High School and he does the racing for the high school, and he has a GX just like you, and then he was telling me about it.
That thing is not. It's not the fastest bike in Corner Canyon.
I mean, with the coil shock, it's kind of like
Yeah.
almost overkill, right? It's just...
Well, yeah, and it's also 27.5, so it doesn't keep its rolling speed quite as well.
Yeah,
Very
true.
slack.
Yeah, the thing's a borderline downhill bike. It's about as close as you can get to a downhill bike while still being able to pedal it.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's a pretty good enduro rig there, man.
it's more of a free ride bike. This enduro is actually really good. That thing is a borderline free ride bike.
You want to show us your enduro?
Yeah. He's got those fancy Hope brakes on it.
Have no issues.
So I'm on a
Do you want to talk about it in the mic? Yeah, actually, yeah. There you go.
So I'm on a 2018 Specialized Enduro.
It was an Enduro comp. It was only a comp, but you've upgraded the shit out of it.
Yeah, it was just a base Enduro. Since then, I've thrown race face hubs on.
Oh, yeah.
I got Hope brakes and rotors. I got a 210 rotor up front, 180 I think, or 200 on the back. Race face cash money bars and a deity stem.
You still got your rev grips too, because yours are actually lasting.
yeah.
I burned through mine.
Pretty red rev grips and pretty red T-Mac Pros.
Yeah, DoD T-Macs, the only pedals you should ever buy. If you buy any other pedals besides T-Mac, you're wrong.
Amazing. They're so grippy and they have so much platform on them. I would highly recommend.
Yeah, those look really good, man. Wow, full carbon and everything, eh?
No, that's not aluminum.
That's aluminum. Oh yeah, it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
I always, whenever someone says Specialized, I'm like, oh, he's got the carbon. Like,
Yeah, it's a great climber, even though it is aluminum.
He smokes my ass.
Yeah, I mean he's on the full carbon Yeti, and I'm able to climb way better than him. But
that's
just because the head angle.
Yeah,
probably.
I was saying, I think it's like a 62-degree head angle on mine.
Wow.
I got
Maxxis tires.
Inserts.
Oh,
He's got a Cush core.
Cush core, yeah.
and how you like that?
It's pretty good. I mean,
If you blew up a wheel.
I tacoed a couple rims before I had it, and I haven't tacoed any rims since. So,
You've tacoed a full rim?
Yeah, it was funny actually. It was on you know the trail Supersonic in Eagle Mountain.
Nah, I've never been in Eagle Mountain.
Okay. So there's like this little gap jump at the end of it. It's kind of like a flat takeoff though. And it was
like, oh, what happened? And I look back, I'm like, oh,
oh boy,
that's why I went way lower.
Turned his bike into a lowrider.
Yeah. Oh man, that's rough, man. I haven't done that yet, but that means you're ripping hard, man.
I mean, it's gonna happen eventually.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how you earn your.
Want to talk about yours?
Is you break stuff.
What you got? That's new.
That's brand new.
Yeah, that's a brand new bike.
Oh,
brand new.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Got that Utah brand.
Got the Utah brand.
Brand new
Fazari.
LaSalle Peak.
Yeah.
Bone stock.
Bone stock.
Yeah.
Carbon frame.
You haven't broken
Carbon
anything
frame.
on it yet.
Haven't broken anything.
That's great.
Got the oval chainring.
Oh, how you like the big shock rock shocks?
Well, I don't have anything to compare it to besides like an entry-level Giant that I was on before.
Oh boy.
It's nice.
It's his first big kid bike.
It's
His first super series.
It's an amazing.
We don't want to hate on Giant, but you know, sometimes they lack in the downhill department a little bit.
What? Glories are rad.
Glories? They have a Glory?
Yeah.
I never heard about that one.
They had their Giant Glories were awesome.
Oh man.
I don't know if they still make them though. They might not. They might not actually make them anymore.
How do you like the RockShox Super Deluxe? Or what was it called? The Super Deluxe. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I don't have anything to compare it to besides the Giant I was on. So, but it handles. I'm 225. It handles everything I've done.
I love it so far. You got no reason to hate
Is it an XL frame or?
What's that?
Is it no?
Just a large frame.
It's a large frame.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. You got the XTs.
Shimano comp lead.
Oh man.
So.
Wow. You don't like Shimano?
And next week it will be taking its
The XTs are
journey
great.
to the LaSalles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually,
so
you will be.
You will to the LaSalle Peak.
You will
Yes.
be. Yeah. Or next, he's doing the enchilada, so you start in the LaSalle. So yeah.
Hey, there we go.
The first
You'll be taking it
migration
to
of
its homeland.
Is that what? I don't know. I'm not familiar with Fazari at all.
So they're a Utah-based brand.
Utah-based
They're in
brand?
London.
Okay.
Started in Utah. Full carbon frame with a lifetime warranty.
Yeah, they're pretty rad. It's already awesome.
Wow.
It's very comparable prices to anything else that's out there.
Let's have a. Well, we'll reach out to them and see if they can want to sponsor this podcast. That's awesome, man. You guys have a great bike. Seriously, I'm just over here with my Polygon. It's just like a.
Dude, yeah, I was saying our buddy's got one. They're sick.
This thing's like old though. That's not very common in the U.S.
The best bike is the one that you're on.
They're trying though. There's
Yeah.
the ads.
Yeah.
This thing's like. This thing's from 2020. I bought it for $2,200 brand new.
In 2020.
In 2020.
Okay, that's pretty good in 2020.
It has like.
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, because back then, that was during COVID, peak COVID. And, I
You
couldn't
found
buy a bike anywhere else, so I was like, I need to buy it brand new, and I went on Bikes Online. It was $2,200, shipped to my doorstep. and I assembled it in 10 minutes, and I was ready to ride.
You got that reflector on the front still, though, bro. Just kidding.
I know. I need to remove that. You're not the first person to tell me that too. I'm like, I need to remove that because I ain't gonna look.
He doesn't have a dork disc.
You know?
Yeah, you got rid of the dork disc. You got the reflector on the front.
Dork disc. What is that?
The piece of plastic that comes on the back for the chainring.
Oh,
You've never seen
yeah. No, absolutely. But I think it gives me a couple of extra speed miles per hour, man. You know, you get extra more centripetal force.
It's a talking point.
Yeah, I just got the Continentals because my old tires are completely shot, so those are really good tires. I gotta admit, they're fantastic.
I've not tried Continentals yet.
I recommend those Crypto Totals are really nice. Although I only have like at most like 50 miles on them so far, so it's not been super used, but yeah.
I've always been a ass guy or assa guy.
Assa guy?
Yeah. Asagi. Asagi.
Oh,
I'm not sure how to
Asagi.
even pronounce, honestly.
The Maxxis tires?
I just call them ass guy because that's funnier.
Yeah.
Or
No,
like,
they're great. I mean, I've had all my friends use Maxxis tires, so, and then I always was on Schwabbles, and then my buddy's like, you should try the Continentals, bro. Everyone's talking good stuff about them. So I was like, all right, why? Because my old.
I feel like because of the dry performance of the assa guys, everybody runs them out here just because everything's so loose.
Yeah.
Like, everybody runs those out here. Whereas if you go to other places where it's a little bit wetter or you have varying conditions, people run other things.
Yeah.
But I think in Utah, it's just so dry, everybody runs assa guys all the time.
That's true. Well, what's the other types? Like, I've never even dipped into Maxxis at all. So.
There's like the DHF, which is the DHR. So the DHF and the DHR is like a combo pair.
Okay. One for the front wheel, one for the
Yeah,
rear.
downhill front, downhill rear. That's like the compromise. And then if you start going lower than that, then that's when you're starting to run into like trail bike stuff, which like gets kind of sketchy riding around here, in my opinion. Because like it's just so loose that like you'll start losing the front if you start picking up speed, and it gets really sketchy.
Yeah, no, it does.
Like
man.
even with the DHF, like I do not like running DHF front because it feels like if you're going fast, you're going proper fast, and you try to turn into a corner, a lot of times it'll just wash out, and you're like, well, there it goes.
I mean, that's what happened here, so yeah. I know. And if you guys ride Rush, dude, be careful, because there are some spots that's a little loose out there. I have to admit. Man. I almost, like, with those brand new tires, I'm like, oh, there it is. Like, you know, it's slipping pretty good today.
We just got down from Jacobs, which is mega blown out.
Is it bad?
It's fun.
It's fun, but loose. It's loose though, right?
Yeah. Let me put it this way: my version of fun is it's sketchy. So I'm like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Other people might not agree.
Oh god. Oh man. How do you get up there? I still haven't been up there yet.
You just pedal up that the whole way.
So what's the trail called though? Is it called? Is it
it's like Lone Peak or something?
So you just take it up and it takes you all the way up, and then you ride.
It's
black
the trail
down.
you ride up to Jacobs where you see people on Lycra going the wrong way. Like, they're going away from Jacobs and going down the trail.
Gotcha.
They're like away from Jacobs.
Got it. And then does it lead back down to that road and you get to the parking lot?
Yeah, and then you just lead down to that road and you ride the road back up here and ride Rush. That's like the go-to evening lap. There's
Gotcha.
Jacobs, Rush, and then call an Uber on the way back up.
I was going to say, do you leave your car up here?
Yeah, we'll leave a car up here and then call an Uber.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
then just like one person gets the car. And that's like the evening lap.
That's awesome. Well, I don't want to leave you guys too much time here. I mean, I'm sure you guys want to do some riding, but
Go ride? Okay. All right, we're
yeah.
going to ride.
Hey,
Nice talking to you,
yeah,
man.
what was your name again?
Tim,
and then
Tyler,
nice to meet you.
Yep,
Tim,
3
Tyler,
T's.
Travis. You guys are all T's.
Yeah, you got T.
I'm a Theo. Yeah, I'm another T to the group, so.